Ziggy, it's me! Ziggy!
So, you think you know everything about reggae legends? Their music, their influence, their style? But what about the secret side of their personal lives? Today we're talking about 15 reggae stars who kept their wives, partners, and mistresses way out of the spotlight. And trust me, some of these stories will make you raise your eyebrows higher than a dancehall bass drop. Popcaan and Tori. When a chart-topping dancehall king and a former Miss World finally go public, you know love, or at least good PR, is cooking. Popcaan, Jamaica's dancehall powerhouse, surprised fans when he dropped Next to Me with Toni-Ann Singh, the 2019 Miss World. The video unveiled more than a duet. It offered a peek at a relationship that had been whisper quiet until now. In the clip, they're weaving through Jamaica's scenic countryside on a three-wheeler, laughing, sharing kisses, splashing in rivers, and showing off chemistry that's hard to fake. It felt less like a staged performance and more like a love letter come alive. Singh, flexing her vocals for the first time, performs with warmth and emotion that match Popcaan's smooth delivery. Her voice rises with beats that say, "Stay right here with me," and honestly, I'd say the same if I looked that good on screen. Before this, rumors floated around that they'd been spotted together, even jet-setting to Grenada, but neither confirmed anything until this video. Suddenly, fans had receipts, and hard eyes filled up timelines fast. Now, Next to Me isn't just a love song. It's a bold moment when two public figures choose to drop the mystery and step into the light as a pair, stylish, relaxed, and unmistakably together. Cue the internet meltdown. Bob Marley and Cindy. Some romances refuse to fade into the background, no matter how complex the circumstances. Bob Marley's relationship with Cindy Breakspeare was one of those stories, a love that unfolded in the glare of fame while defying the conventions of the time. Their paths first crossed in Kingston during the mid-1970s, when Breakspeare was making waves as a beauty queen and model. In 1976, their bond deepened into a partnership that would endure until Marley's passing in 1981. While Bob remained married to Rita Marley, his connection with Cindy was undeniable, eventually bringing their son Damian Marley into the world in 1978. Today, Damian carries the torch of his father's musical legacy, performing as Junior Gong and carving out his own space in reggae and beyond. Cindy's influence extended beyond motherhood. Marley reportedly penned Turn Your Lights Down Low with her in mind, and many fans speculate that her presence inspired other tracks during this prolific period of his career. Their love story wasn't just personal, it seeped into the music, leaving echoes in songs that remain timeless decades later. After Marley's death, Breakspeare stepped into her own spotlight. She married first a Jamaican senator and later musician Rupert Bent II, while also pursuing her own work as a recording artist and entrepreneur. Despite the complexities of her past with Marley, she has maintained a graceful presence in Jamaican culture, forever linked to one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. Ultimately, Cindy Breakspeare's chapter in Bob Marley's life highlights not only the man behind the music, but also the powerful women who shaped his world. Bunny Wailer and Sister Jean. Behind every legend, there's usually someone holding it all together, and for Bunny Wailer, that someone was Jean's sister Jean Watt. Their love story lasted more than 50 years, but you wouldn't have seen her in the spotlight. She chose to stay in the background, shaping his world in ways the public rarely knew. Bunny and Sister Jean first connected in Kingston's Trenchtown during the 1960s. While they never had a marriage certificate, his Rastafari faith made that step unnecessary. Their partnership was as real as it gets. She raised his 12 children like her own, stood by him during his prison sentence, and never stopped being his anchor. But Sister Jean wasn't just a homemaker. She was a talented fashion designer who created the Wailers' trademark looks, including the colorful vests that became iconic in reggae culture. You could say she stitched her love right into the band's history. In May 20, tragedy struck when Sister Jean went missing. Her disappearance hit Bunny hard. Already in fragile health, he suffered a second stroke that year and never fully recovered. When he passed away in March 21, many close to him believed the loss of his partner played a major role in his decline. Her absence left such a deep hole that Bunny's son, Abijah, produced the documentary Wailin' Soul, Searching for Sis Jean. A reward was even offered in hopes of bringing her home, but to this day, her whereabouts remain unknown. It's a love story filled with devotion, creativity, and heartbreak, proof that even music legends carry private pain that no hit song can ever fix. Buju, Banton, and Tasha. Buju Banton, a dancehall legend, found himself in the middle of one of the messiest relationship dramas in reggae history, when his daughter publicly called out a woman named Tasha Rodney. According to the posts, Tasha was allegedly a long-time mistress, and the revelation went viral almost instantly. Social media erupted with opinions, reactions, and debates, showing just how complicated life offstage can get, even for someone whose career is all about rhythm and lyrics. What makes this story fascinating is the way it unfolded. Tasha Rodney wasn't just a fleeting fling. At least according to the allegations, she had been involved in Buju's life for years. The public spat came to light after a seemingly unrelated tweet about mask guidelines, and it quickly turned personal. Buju's daughter called Tasha out, reminding everyone that the singer had responsibilities to a large family. He had 13 children, after all. Whether the details are fully accurate or not, the controversy highlighted the human side of a superstar's life, messy, emotional, and very public in the age of social media. The whole situation also shows how private relationships can collide with public perception. Fans who know Buju Banton for his music were suddenly forced to navigate a story that was intimate, complicated, and ongoing. While the singer himself hasn't publicly detailed the relationship with Tasha Rodney, the allegations alone created waves and fueled conversations about responsibility, loyalty, and fame. At the end of the day, Tasha Rodney and Buju Banton's story is a reminder that behind every chart-topping hit, there are real people with messy, complicated lives. Love, betrayal, and family dynamics often play as big a role in a celebrity's story as their music does. Thanks for watching, and if you found this glimpse into Buju Banton's private life as fascinating as we did, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There are plenty more celebrity relationships, drama, and untold stories coming your way. Peter Tosh and Marlene. Some love stories are unforgettable, not because of romance alone, but because they endure under extraordinary circumstances. Peter Tosh and Andrea Marlene Brown shared that kind of bond, a relationship that was intense, passionate, and tested by life's harshest moments. They met in the early 1980s when Brown was a university student. Their connection was instant and described as electric. Beyond attraction, they bonded over shared ideals and a deep understanding of Tasha's personality. She wasn't just a life partner, she managed his finances and career, proving that love can be both personal and professional. Their partnership lasted until Tasha's death in 1987, a period marked by love, collaboration, and shared ambitions. Brown was there in every sense, supporting his creative vision, handling accounts, and navigating the pressures of fame. Their life together blended romance with partnership, making her a cornerstone of his personal and professional world. Tragedy struck one night in Kingston when 3 armed men broke into their home. Tosh was killed in the attack, and Brown herself was wounded. The event left a lasting mark on her life, shaping how she would manage his legacy afterward. She became involved in disputes with Tasha's children over the ownership of his guitar and faced resistance regarding his burial plans. Through it all, she remained a key figure in preserving his memory and ensuring his contributions to music endured. Peter Tosh and Marlene Brown's story is a reminder that behind legendary music often lies equally legendary love relationships full of devotion, resilience, and courage, sometimes tested in ways no song can fully capture. Konshens and multiple women. The drama in a dancehall superstar's love life sometimes hits harder than a bass drop. Konshens, known for hits like Gal a Bubble and Brook Off You Back, made waves when he openly admitted to cheating on his wife, LaToya Wright. Unlike many celebrities who try to sweep scandals under the rug, he faced it head-on, apologizing publicly. That's honesty points. But yeah, cheating points go straight to minus. Konshens' relationship with LaToya was anything but simple. The couple had an on-again, off-again dynamic that became public knowledge, eventually culminating in their split in late 20. Both Konshens and LaToya discussed their struggles openly, from podcast interviews to social media posts, giving fans a front-row seat to their complicated love story. In conversations on shows like Lip Service, Konshens talked about his past affairs and the challenges they created in forming trust with partners later in life. He revealed that during his younger years, he was involved with multiple women, some of whom were married, which shaped his understanding of relationships and trust. The split with LaToya was announced publicly as well, with her addressing the separation during an Instagram Q&A. Their openness about marital difficulties, infidelity, and the realities of navigating love under the spotlight offered fans a candid look into the personal side of a dancehall star's life. Konshens' story shows that even the brightest dancehall lights face relationship turbulence. It's a mix of highs, lows, and lessons. Some learned the hard way, some shared with the world for everyone to see. Toots, Hibbert, and Doreen. There are romances that are quieter than a reggae bridge, but just as powerful. Toots, Hibbert, and his wife, Doreen, shared one of those enduring connections. Married as teenagers in 1972, their bond spanned nearly 5 decades, grounded in love, loyalty, and mutual support. While Toots was busy becoming a reggae legend, Doreen preferred life behind the scenes, letting her husband shine on stage while keeping their family life steady. Toots' music often reflected his devotion to Doreen. He wrote both It's You and Never You Change for her when she was just 18, capturing a love that would last a lifetime. Together, they raised 8 children, 7 of whom survive him, with some carrying on his musical legacy. His son Clayton, known as Junior Toots, and daughter Genevieve, part of a gospel duo, both followed paths in music, showing that the Hibbert family rhythm beats strong across generations. Tragically, Toots passed away peacefully at the University Hospital of the West Indies in Kingston, Jamaica, surrounded by family. In his final weeks, he was in intensive care and tested for coronavirus, but his family emphasized the love and strength that defined his life. They also thanked medical staff for their care and requested privacy during their mourning period. Through it all, Doreen remained his anchor. She spoke publicly about her husband's resilience during illness, calling him a fighter and expressing faith that he would pull through. Their partnership was a blend of romance, family, and shared dedication, proof that behind every reggae giant is often a quietly steady presence holding it all together. Anita Mahfood and Don Drummond. The relationship between Anita Mahfood, a talented dancer and singer, and Don Drummond, the legendary trombonist of the Skatalites, is one of those love stories in reggae history that aren't filled with sunshine and rhythms. They're complicated, intense, and sometimes heartbreaking. Anita had previously been married to Rudolph Bent, but divorced and eventually lived with Drummond. Their romance wasn't formalized by marriage, but it was very real. Mahfood was admired not just for her performances on stage, but also for her fiery personality off it, which complemented Drummond's intense and sometimes turbulent character. Together, they were a creative force, moving through Kingston's music scene at the height of ska and early reggae. However, their story took a tragic turn. Drummond struggled with severe mental illness, and in 1965, the relationship ended most devastatingly. He took Anita's life. The shocking event left the music community reeling, cementing the tale as one of reggae's darkest love stories. It was a reminder of the pressures, both personal and professional, that musicians faced behind the spotlight. Though the story is grim, it also highlights Anita Mahfood's legacy. She wasn't just a footnote in Drummond's life. Her artistry and presence in Jamaica's music and dance culture remains celebrated. Her influence is still recognized by those who study the roots of ska and early reggae. This story isn't lighthearted gossip. It's a piece of music history that shows the highs and lows of creative and romantic partnerships and the human fragility behind some of the songs we still admire today. Sean Paul and Jodie. Even the life of a global dancehall superstar has its quiet corners. Sean Paul, known for hits like Temperature and Get Busy, has kept his love life surprisingly grounded, proving that fame doesn't always mean chaos when it comes to relationships. Before the spotlight fully took over, Sean Paul experienced love as a teenager with Nicole Winter. Their story was cut tragically short when Nicole passed away at just 17 due to a brain tumor. Her memory lingers in his music, with Sean Paul paying tribute in Never Gonna Be the Same Again, even featuring her photo in the video, a touching nod to a first love that shaped him. Fast forward to 2012, Sean Paul exchanged vows with Jodie Stewart, a Jamaican television host, in a private ceremony. The couple's approach to marriage is the opposite of a red carpet spectacle. They've built their life together quietly, prioritizing family over fame. In August 2016, news broke that the couple was expecting their first child. Their son arrived on 26 February 2017, followed by a second child on 20 August 2019. Through it all, Sean Paul and Jodie Stewart have maintained a low-profile lifestyle, letting the music and the family take center stage rather than social media drama. Together, they demonstrate a rare balance in Caribbean celebrity culture, a strong, enduring partnership that thrives behind the scenes. Sean Paul's journey from teenage love and heartbreak to a committed family man shows that even in a high-energy, fast-paced world, some stars can keep their private lives close and cherished. Gregory Isaacs and Linda and Toni-Ann. Even off stage, the cool ruler kept things complicated. When Gregory Isaacs passed away in October 2010, the world got a glimpse into his tangled personal life. Two women, Linda in the UK and Toni-Ann in Jamaica, both claimed the reggae legend as their wife, leaving fans scratching their heads. Toni-Ann Isaacs, Gregory's legal spouse since December 1983, had been separated from him for several years but never divorced. She continued to live in their home in Jamaica and remained a central figure in preserving his legacy. Each year, she organizes the Red Rose for Gregory concert, raising funds for charity and celebrating his music. Past editions have featured stars like Denise Williams and the Manhattans, keeping his memory alive on stage. Meanwhile, Linda, based in the UK, became a controversial figure after Gregory spent his final days at her home. Media reports labeled her as his wife, which sparked debate among fans and industry insiders. Toni-Ann confirmed she knew of a business relationship between Gregory and Linda, but said nothing ever indicated a marital bond. Gregory Isaacs' life was as complex as his music. Despite a career full of hits like Tune In and Soon Forward, and international tours spreading reggae worldwide, his personal struggles, including a cocaine addiction, impacted his relationships and marriage. Toni-Ann recalled that his addiction sometimes led to mood swings, but didn't stop him from composing songs or indulging his love for Mills and Boone romance novels. Isaacs passed from cancer at 59, survived by 12 children and 6 grandchildren, though he and Toni-Ann had no children together. Known as a focused composer and aggressive businessman, he managed both his music and finances with intensity, leaving a legacy that blends both artistic brilliance and human complexity. Shaggy and Rebecca. It's kind of ironic that the guy behind It Wasn't Me, a song all about getting caught cheating, has one of the most steady love lives in dancehall. Shaggy and his partner turned wife, Rebecca Packer, have built a lasting relationship that proves the superstar can be as serious about love as he is about music. Rebecca and Shaggy tied the knot on July 12, 2014, at the iconic Golden Eye Resort in Oracabessa, Jamaica, but their love story stretches back over 2 decades. The couple has weathered the highs and lows of life together, quietly building a family away from the paparazzi's spotlight. Together, they have 3 daughters, Sydney, 17, and twins Madison and Kelsey, 13. Shaggy also has 2 sons from a previous relationship, including rapper Rob Banks. Despite keeping much of her life private, Rebecca is an art director with a limited social media presence. Shaggy often gushes about her. He describes her as opinionated and challenging, a partner who keeps him on his toes. "We are 2 stones," he said, "and the edges are rough and they beat on each other until eventually they are smooth." Their arguments and differences, he explains, are part of what keeps their bond strong. Shaggy credits the durability of their love to friendship and mutual respect. He calls Rebecca his friend first and foremost, someone who's in it for the long haul. Their relationship shows that fame doesn't have to mean drama, and that real love can survive the pressures of a high-profile life. From private moments to family milestones, Shaggy and Rebecca's partnership proves that the superstar behind some of dancehall's most playful hits can also lead a grounded, devoted family life. Dennis Brown and Yvonne. When people talk about Dennis Brown, they often focus on his voice, his hits, and his title as the Crown Prince of Reggae. But behind the music was a quieter story of love, family, and collaboration. Brown met Yvonne Hoshue in London in 1974, and 2 years later, they tied the knot, beginning a partnership that would last a lifetime. Together, they had 10 children, each of whom has carried a piece of his musical spirit into the next generation. Yvonne wasn't just a supportive spouse, she was a creative force in her own right. The couple co-wrote songs like Love Has Found Its Way, Words of Wisdom, and Rasta Children, though some credits went to producer Joe Gibbs. Yvonne also launched her own record label, Yvonne's Special, ensuring that both their music and legacy would endure. Their youngest daughter, Mara Brown, has achieved global recognition in reggae, continuing her father's influence and proving that his musical impact extends far beyond his own career. Dennis Brown's life, however, was not without struggle. By the late 1990s, persistent respiratory issues and a history of drug use affected his health. While on tour in Brazil in May '99, he fell seriously ill and was diagnosed with pneumonia. After returning to Kingston, Jamaica, he suffered cardiac arrest and passed away on June 3, '99, from a collapsed lung. His funeral on July 17th was a national event, attended by thousands, including former and current political leaders, with performances from Maxi Priest, Shaggy, and his own sons. He was laid to rest at Kingston's National Heroes Park, a fitting tribute to a man whose voice shaped reggae music globally. Through both triumph and tragedy, Dennis Brown's life shows how love, family, and music intertwined, leaving a legacy that continues to resonate in Jamaica and across the world. Ziggy Marley and Orly. Even though Ziggy Marley's name carries the weight of reggae royalty, his personal life has stayed remarkably low-key. The eldest son of Bob Marley has been married to Orly Reggae since December 20, 2004, a date that's doubly special because it's also Orly's birthday. Unlike his activism and musical projects, Ziggy keeps his marriage out of the headlines, sharing occasional heartfelt glimpses on social media to mark milestones like their 19th wedding anniversary. The couple has 4 children together, daughter Judah Victoria, and sons Gideon Robert Nesta, Abraham Selassie Robert Nesta, and Isaiah Sion Robert Nesta. Judah, born in 2005 in Los Angeles, has followed an artistic path like her parents, studying at Parsons School of Design and publishing her photography in outlets such as Idiosyncrasy magazine. Gideon and Abraham, born in 2007 and 2011, respectively, even contributed to their father's 20-album More Family Time alongside Judah. Isaiah, their youngest, was born in 2016, and Ziggy shared the joyful moment with fans online, praising his wife for bringing him into the world. Beyond these 4, Ziggy is also a father to 3 children from previous relationships, Bambata, Justice, and Zuri, making him a dad of 7. Despite the family's size, Ziggy and Orly maintain a grounded household in Toluca Lake, Los Angeles. Orly, an Israeli of Iranian Jewish descent and former vice president of the William Morris Agency, has been a steady presence in Ziggy's life for over 2 decades. From celebrating creative achievements to quiet family moments, Ziggy and Orly's partnership is a testament to building a strong private life amid the spotlight. For the cool ruler's eldest son, the rhythm of love and family flows just as powerfully as the reggae beats that run through his veins. Shabba Ranks and Michelle. You wouldn't guess it from his dancehall hits, but Shabba Ranks has been quietly married for over 3 decades. The reggae superstar tied the knot with Michelle Gordon in '92, after meeting her in the late 1980s. And together they've built a life that's largely stayed off the tabloids. In a world full of celebrity drama, Shabba and Michelle's relationship proves that longevity and stability are possible even under the spotlight. Their marriage has produced 2 sons, and family has always come first. In the mid-90s, Shabba took a step back from his music career, relocating to New York to focus on his household and parenting. This move wasn't just about pausing a busy schedule, it was a statement about prioritizing love and commitment over fame. Social media posts celebrating anniversaries show that their bond has remained strong through decades of life changes. Michelle has been a steady presence throughout, supporting Shabba in both his career and personal life. She's often seen by his side at events, proving that behind the music and the glitz, there's a partnership built on loyalty and mutual respect. Their story may not have the scandalous headlines, but it's a powerful reminder that not every reggae icon thrives on gossip or public drama. Shabba and Michelle's relationship reflects a quieter form of success, one where love, family, and stability are celebrated as much as awards and chart-topping singles. Through decades together, the couple has shown that enduring relationships are possible, even in the whirlwind of fame, proving that the strongest partnerships often exist outside the spotlight. Burning Spear and Sonia. Not every legendary reggae career is built on solo effort. Sometimes it takes a powerhouse duo behind the scenes. Burning Spear, born Winston Rodney, has shared his life and career with Sonia Rodney, a partnership that started as a friendship and blossomed into a lifelong love story. The two first crossed paths in 1975 at a concert in Queens, New York, when Sonia was just 15. Drawn to his humble personality and thoughtful music, their friendship grew steadily over the years. Once Sonia reached legal age, that bond evolved into a romantic and professional partnership that has lasted decades. Sonia is much more than a spouse. She's a manager, producer, and creative collaborator. She oversees Burning Spear's career operations, from booking shows to managing his online store, and has produced multiple albums. Together, they co-founded Burning Music Records in 2002, giving them full control over his music releases and business ventures. Their combined efforts have not only strengthened Burning Spear's legacy, but also expanded his influence in reggae worldwide. What makes their relationship truly remarkable is the foundation of friendship and mutual respect. Their bond thrives on understanding and shared vision, allowing them to navigate the challenges of a long career in the music industry. Sonia's dedication behind the scenes has been crucial to the growth of Burning Spear's brand and the quality of his music, while their personal connection keeps the partnership grounded. Through ups and downs, the couple has created more than just music. They've built a legacy together. Their story shows that sometimes the key to enduring success isn't just talent on stage, but teamwork, loyalty, and a love that goes far beyond the spotlight. Who knew reggae legends could have such complicated and sometimes quietly powerful love lives? From secret marriages to long-term partners working behind the scenes, these stories remind us that the people behind the music often have lives just as rich and dramatic as their hits. Whether it's Shabba ranks stepping back from fame to focus on family, or Sonia Rodney running the business empire alongside Burning Spear, these relationships show that love and support are a huge part of what makes these artists' careers flourish. It's fascinating to see how these partnerships shaped not just the personal lives of these icons, but also the music itself. Think about it. Songs written for wives, albums produced with a spouse's guidance, and decades of collaboration that helped create some of the most iconic reggae sounds of all time. Behind every catchy rhythm and soulful lyric, there's often someone quietly steering the ship, making sure the magic happens both on stage and off. And let's not forget the balance between public life and private love. Many of these artists kept their relationships out of the spotlight, proving that you can be a global superstar and still maintain a grounded, family-oriented life. From Shaggy and Rebecca Packer's decades-long partnership, to Ziggy Marley and Orly quietly raising 4 children while staying active in music and activism, there's a lot to admire about how these stars protect their private worlds. So next time you put on a reggae classic, take a moment to remember the stories behind the music. The heartbreaks, the partnerships, the quiet sacrifices, they all add depth to the beats and lyrics we love. It's a reminder that love, loyalty, and collaboration often play just as big a role in an artist's life as talent and fame. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed learning about these hidden relationships, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. We've got plenty more celebrity stories, untold dramas, and behind-the-scenes insights coming your way. Until next time, keep the music playing and the love strong.